Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the first kickoff session of this 12-week ULT practitioner-led guided program. I'm so happy you're here. The first speaker in this series is Sonia Magruder. Many people know Sonia, but just to introduce her, Sonia is part of the Field Advisory Board of Purium. She's been with Purium for over 12 years. She has not only been a tireless advocate in holistic health and health and wellness, but a great mentor for people growing this Purium business. So Sonia, welcome, please, and please take it off. Take it from here.
All right. Thank you so much, Ian. I appreciate it. And welcome, everyone. I love seeing how there's so many people here this morning. Welcome to the first Monday of 2026. And we're kicking off a new year and a continuation of health and wellness. We want to do this on a daily basis and really make it a lifestyle. And a lot of times the lifestyle starts with doing this program. And that's what happened with me and my husband. It's actually this month right now is actually our 13-year anniversary with Purium. And it started as two people, my husband and I, married couple, really stressed out, stretched thin, had so much on our plates. We had such busy lifestyles between both of our businesses and caregiving, which many of you have been there with caregiving, whether it's with your children or an aging parent. In our case, it was my mom, and she lived with us the last 2 years of her life. We were taking care of her. We were running our businesses and kind of just running ourselves to the ground. A lot of times that happens when you're taking care of everything else. The last person you take care of is yourself. And we were really looking for a solution to feel better, to not be waking up exhausted, to actually be able to get a good night's sleep every night, and to have energy throughout the day without downing coffee all day long or energy drinks, but having sustained, clean energy. And we found this program. Thank goodness. It changed everything for us. This was literally life changing. And here we are. The rest is history because it had such a profound impact on my husband and I. Within days, we started having energy. We started waking up with energy, not wanting to hit the snooze button. And our digestion started improving. We had horrible digestive issues prior to this. We were sleeping again. We started dreaming. I mean, it was just the things that if you have those things already, we can take them for granted. But when you don't have good sleep and you don't have energy and you're not eliminating every day and having digestive issues, it's really a burden. So this changed the game for us, and people started asking us, like, what are you doing? You guys look different. Your skin is glowing. Just within a week or two, we started getting comments, and a lot of people were really intrigued and had the same issues that we did and wanted to jump in and join us. And that's what happened. Everybody had similar results. So I welcome all of you, whether you're doing this for the first time or you've been doing the program, you've been on the products, and you're a believer and had results already yourself. I'm so happy that you're here because this truly is a lifestyle. And I want to start with what comes in your box. Your first month box is really special because it's got some bells and whistles in it that will help you be successful on this journey. And first, there's a booklet that welcomes you to your transformation. You want to read through this. It's only a few pages. It has suggestions for food, your regular food that you'll have along with this. We want to make sure that you're not eating packaged foods as much as possible, that you're eating healthy whole foods and making your meal. And even if you find that you've got to go out to eat for social occasions or for work, you can follow this guide and it's going to help you make better choices when you're out because it happens. I mean, that's part of life, part of being social. The other part of this is the tracker sheet. This tracker is amazing. It's on cardstock. It's nice and sturdy. It has your daily schedule right over here. So you know exactly what to do, but I'm going to go through it too. I'm going to go through what a typical day is going to look like. What I love about it is it's a visual. And for me, I like accomplishing things and getting things done. And I like checking each thing off. And I'm going to be checking this off because I had my aminos and my shake already this morning and my biomedic for breakfast. So I will be checking those off. It makes me feel like I've achieved something. It just feels good to look at this when it's all filled out. And it keeps you on track. It makes sure you don't miss anything, that you don't forget anything. So if you're able to even bring this with you when you're out and about, take it with you. It's really helpful. The other side says see it, feel it, track it. And we lead with health here. Now, many people do this for weight loss, but want to have weight loss the healthy way. And I'll be honest, when my husband and I started this, that was one of our goals. We had put on a lot of weight before, and that was one of the goals we had, along with the sleep and the energy and the digestion. So what you want to do is you're going to track how you feel here. The first thing it lists is digestion, and then energy level, weight, BMI. So make sure today, if you haven't already, weigh yourself and write it down here. This is day zero, okay? Ground zero. Write it down here. And then take your measurements and measure all over arms, even your neck, your waist around the belly button area, upper abdomen, lower abdomen, below your thighs, your calves. Measure all of that because this is for you. This is for you to see how far you've come once you're down the road on this. And I'm so glad when the first time I did this that I measured because within 10 days, I had lost an inch and a half around my stomach. Obviously, that was a lot of inflammation, but I was happy for that. I didn't have that puffy, bloated feeling very quickly. So you want to do that. And also on day zero, you're going to write down everything else, your digestion, your optimism, your mood, aches and pains. This is your starting point baseline. This is your baseline. And then from there, you're going to track on day 3, day 10. I wouldn't necessarily weigh yourself on day 3. If you're looking for weight loss, I would wait for day 10. You don't want to, it's going to fluctuate. So don't worry about that. And don't be too obsessed with the scale because the body knows what to do in the right time. It's going to do the things it needs to do first. So don't get too obsessed about that. Focus on the non-scale victories, which you will have many of them. Okay, so these are great tools to have. The next thing I want to talk about is the blender. So here's a little tip, good to know with the blender if you haven't figured this out already. Press it twice to get it going. One time is not going to start it. You need to press it twice quickly. You need to make sure this red arrow is lined up with these lights here. If you have it plugged into the charger and you press it twice, it's not going to start. It will not do anything when it's plugged into the charging with the charging cord. So make sure it's unplugged. And then you can put this part in the dishwasher. The base, which has the motor in it, you can wash under the faucet in this, but not in the dishwasher. So just some basic stuff from feedback of people doing this over the years and my own experience. Little things that we can kind of forget about. Okay, so here's what you're going to do. Here's day 1. This is how you're going to start. You're going to take your biomedic right here. This is the unbelievably incredible gut health product that we have because it's proven in a human study to remove glyphosate from the body. So drop a 1 in the chat if you know what glyphosate is, and drop a 2 in the chat if you've already taken your biomedic today. All right, lots of 1s and 2s. Excellent. So you've already started, you're on track and you're on the schedule. Okay, so a lot of people know what glyphosate is. Drop a 3 in the chat if you don't. Okay, all right. Thank you, Donna, for sharing that. Donna took her biomedic and wants to know what glyphosate is. So I'm going to tell you. Glyphosate is that toxic chemical that's in Roundup weed killer. It's used on the GMO crops like corn, canola, soy, and it is something that really assaults our gut microbiome. But because it's sprayed on crops, it ends up in our food, unfortunately. It's also sprayed on crops like wheat, barley, and oats. People are eating oatmeal, not organic, and thinking it's healthy. Well, it's sprayed on those crops and chickpeas as a drying agent, desiccant. So it is just insidious. It's really everywhere now. It's even if we eat organic, it's in the air, it's in the water, it's even in the rain. It's been shown to be in the rain. So we're exposed to this toxic chemical that was patented first as a mineral descaler, not good, removes the minerals like chelase minerals from the soils and from our bodies. And then it was patented as an antibiotic. And I think we all know what happens if we're taking an antibiotic all the time, or even one time, what happens? It basically obliterates the bacteria in the gut, including our good gut bacteria. And 70% of our immune system is in the gut. So we want to really nurture our gut microbiome. 90 to 95% of serotonin, which is a neurotransmitter that makes us feel good, is made in the gut. That's why we always hear about the gut being the second brain and the gut-brain connection. So when our gut is out of balance, our gut microbiome, because of glyphosate, because of it being assaulted by that, by being in the food, being in the air, and the water, then we can be deficient in our immune system. We can have low mood, anxiety, things like that. So, this product here, you're taking one in the morning, one in the evening. So simple. And it's proven to remove glyphosate from the body. It gets excreted through the urine. It has also been proven in that same human study to remove or reduce CRP by 75% in 6 weeks in the study. And CRP is C-reactive protein. That's an inflammation marker. So that's very important as well. And then there was a 35% improvement in intestinal integrity. So this is a very simple solution, this little capsule, very, very important though, and very powerful. One in the morning, one in the evening. Then your breakfast and lunch are taken care of with the aminos in the Power Shake. If you're using this because you would like to shed weight, then you will use these as meal replacements. If you do not want to release any weight and you're happy exactly with where you're at right now, you're going to use this as supplemental nutrition. So you do not have to use it as meal replacements. But if you want to shed a few excess pounds, go ahead and do it that way. If you're a super busy person and you're running around like crazy, bring your blender with you, bring your bag of your Power Shake, and bring your aminos, have some cold water with you, and it can provide a fast food on the go that is healthy. So you're not tempted to go through a drive-through or grab that granola bar at the gas station. So the Super Amino 23, you'll take 5 of these, 5 in the morning, 5 in the afternoon, five twice a day. And these are amazing. These amino acids have a 99% utilization rate. That's unheard of. Most proteins, you're going to absorb 14 to 22%. The rest is excreted out as metabolic waste. The next highest is an egg, which is 48%, but this is 99%. Goes through the small intestine into the bloodstream in 23 minutes. There's no impact on the kidneys. There's only less than 1% metabolic waste with these. So you're getting the protein synthesis daily by taking 5 of these twice a day that you would get from a 12 and a half ounce steak, but without the cholesterol and the fat and the heavy taxing on the digestive system and without the calories. That's proven in a clinical study. There's about 40 clinical studies on these. So 5 twice a day. These actually help to tighten the skin, build muscle, and burn fat even when you're not working out. And that is from clinical studies as well. What I love to do is I like to take these a half an hour before I work out. And I have the most amazing workout. I also use the Can't Beat This, which is our pre-workout, certified organic. If you are looking for a good pre-workout, you want something to really boost your oxygen and your nitric oxide when you're working out, the Can't Beat This is definitely something to look into that you could add on to this, and it's delicious. I love that it's organic. I love that it's got beets. Beets are a vasodilator, and it does help get more oxygen to the working muscle when you take that. Okay, so that's the aminos. And then you're going to have your shake, the Power Shake. Now, many of you got the box that has 2 pouches of the Power Shake and 2 pouches of the Dark Berry Shake. Either way, you can take them separately. You can mix the 2 flavors together. It's totally up to you. The Power Shake, one of these shakes has the nutrition equivalent approximately of 6 superfood salads. So you're getting tons of nutrients. You're flooding your body with micronutrients and minerals because the ingredients in this come from farms that use regenerative farming practices. Most soils, even with organic foods, are dead because they're just depleted of minerals. They may be using organic practices, but they may also be using other methods of farming that are not regenerative. So regenerative farming ensures that the soil is rich with minerals and nutrients, and the food is only as good as the soil that it's grown in. So you have 2 of these a day. You'll have 5 aminos and a shake, and then you'll have 5 aminos and a shake later on in the day. Again, these can be 2 meal replacements if you like. If you're hungry and you want a snack, have fruits and veggies. Anything that's healthy like that. Have a salad. Don't put a commercial dressing or, a store-bought dressing on it. Put some lemon juice, put some slices of avocado. That's going to give you enough fat. You don't need a dressing. Okay, so listen to your body, but also pay attention. If you're feeling like, oh, I think I'm hungry, really stop and think if you really are. Or did you just have a stressful phone call? Or did something trigger that? Or are you bored? If you're thinking, I don't know if I really feel hungry, go take a walk. Take a walk around the block or just really think about it or journal what you're feeling. Because a lot of times, so many of us, including myself, are emotional eaters and stress eaters. So really pay attention to how you're feeling, and journaling can really, really help. If you are also wanting to use this for weight reduction, you can also track your food that you're eating if you want to keep track. If you're a grazer, I'm a grazer. So I like MyFitnessPal. I like using that just to journal. I mean, you can write stuff down. You don't even have to use an app, but I like to do that because then it keeps me on track rather than I'm taking a bite here and there all day long of things. So anyway, you're going to do this twice. And again, you can mix it with the dark berry, or you can take the power shake flavor separately. And then later on in the day, you can have a dark berry shake. I like using it with cold water. I also like filling it up to about here, which is 10 ounces personally. That for me, that's the texture and the thickness that I like. I find if I do more than that, it's watered down, it's too watery. So you can play with it and see how you like it. You can add a little chunk of banana if you want to make it nice and frothy. You can zhuzh it up if you want. You can add some frozen fruit. There's flexibility here, but try it by itself because it tastes really good just by itself. So play around with it. Feel free to do that. Okay, then you're going to have your healthy whole food meal. And that's where you're going to get the ideas from this booklet here. There's a QR code that takes you to a recipe page, but also, like I said before, there's a page here that talks about the best protein option, veggie option, fruit options, healthy fats, complex carb options, and beverage options. So just kind of follow this as a guideline and you can't go wrong. So this is not about deprivation at all. This is about having a little bit of structure to reach your goals, flooding your body with nutrient-dense superfoods, gently detoxing, getting out the glyphosate and other things, and renourishing at the same time. Now, in the evening, who would like to, let me ask you this, drop a 4 in the chat if you would like to improve your sleep. Okay, we've got some people who would like to improve their sleep, and I'm not surprised because so many of us have had that. I mean, when I got into this, my husband and I were not sleeping good at all. We sleep great now, but sleep is so important because it's one of the biggest pillars of our health. It's when our body repairs and restores. It's when our brain detoxes, memories are consolidated. It's when our immune system recharges. So we cannot underestimate the importance of deep, restful sleep. It is crucial to our health. Okay. So some of the tips I can give you are, especially while you're doing this program, get up in the morning, go out and have a little time in the sunlight. 15, 20 minutes. This is going to help set your circadian rhythm. Try to not eat after 7 p.m. so your body's not working on digesting food while you're trying to sleep. Get off your screens and devices, or use blue blocker glasses, or put your phone screen on where it's red if you have an iPhone. So those are some little ancillary things you can do. Have a wind down routine, read a book rather than be on a device, maybe take an Epsom salt bath, magnesium bath. But this is the thing that's really going to do the trick, the apothecary. And doing all those other things is great. It's important in conjunction with this. It's a good practice to get in the habit of doing that. Good practice of self-care. This is the apothecary. You take this at night. I would take it an hour and a half to 2 hours before bed, 2 tablespoons. And I like to do 4 to 6 ounces of water just because, and doing it an hour and a half to 2 hours with that helps so that you're not getting up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. You'll go to the bathroom before you go to bed. You know, you'll have this an hour and a half or so before, but it's very, very concentrated. So 2 tablespoons in whatever amount of water you want. I personally, my preference is 4 to 6 ounces of water. I like to do sparkling water, put it in a wine glass like a mocktail, makes it fancy. I love it with sparkling water. It's so refreshing. But that's up to you how you want to do it. Just make sure you dilute it because it is really, really tart. It's organic. It's in a glass bottle. This is the best of the best. Tart cherries have naturally occurring melatonin, and they actually help to boost your body's own melatonin. This is so much better than taking a synthetic melatonin supplement, tablet or capsule or tincture or anything like that. The body can actually recognize and assimilate this. Every single thing I showed you here comes from a whole food ingredient. So again, it's got all the cofactors, all the minerals, the fiber, everything, and the body literally can recognize and assimilate it. That's what's so important so that you get the benefit of it. So you take this at night. You'll also probably find if you have achy joints, you're probably going to get some relief too. This helps with that, very high in anti-inflammatory properties, the apothecary tart cherries in general. And also, if you haven't ordered your ULT yet, your 90-day program or 12-week program, if you order it this month, you're going to get a free bottle of the Aqua Vibrance. This is our water product that's amazing. It helps to restructure water. It actually makes any water have the properties of artesian spring water. It oxygenates it, it infuses it with minerals, makes it taste better. It actually, to me, it tastes a little slightly like lemon water, which I love when I put the Aqua Vibrance in my water. I bring it with me everywhere. I carry it in my purse. So anytime I'm having any kind of water, I add this to it. So that if you haven't ordered this month, you will get that. And if you ordered last month, you either got the Cocoa Hydrate hydration drink, passion fruit orange guava, or you got the Aqua Vibrance if you ordered towards the end of the month. So you have one of those gifts. So that's what a typical day looks like. Now, on day 11, you're going to start the Super Cleansar. This is the gentle colon and parasite cleanse. Very gentle compared to anything out there that's a parasite cleanse. This is probably the most gentle and very, very effective. It works. So you're going to take 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening, and do that for 10 days. And then you're going to stop just this. You'll keep doing everything else, but you'll stop this for 20 days after that initial 10 days. And that's because when parasites are killed, they want to survive, they lay eggs. So there's going to be those little hatchlings. We want to make sure they have that incubation period because then we're going to come back after 20 days and do 10 more days and wipe them out. And that's it. And then you're just going to keep going. You're going to get your second month box, 30 days after you got your first box, and you're not going to miss a beat. So I would love to open it up for any questions that anyone has. And hi, Nicole. Nicole just joined us.
Thank you guys for being here, and I'm glad my husband started. We had a little rite of passage as parents. My daughter got something stuck deep, deep, deep in her ear, so that was an emergency visit.
Oh
So
my
we're here.
gosh.
Thank God for this beautiful business, though, because we can tag team it and take care of
Yeah.
our kids.
Never a dull moment. So yeah, so any questions, drop them in the chat or raise your emoji hand so we see you and then we can call on you. And also any comments that you have, like we've got some people here like Dr. Sarah, who's passionate about whole food molecules and others. Melissa Hennig, she's an herbalist. We have some really amazing experts here. And we have a private Facebook group for everyone doing this. When you order your package, you get put into our Facebook group where, as Dr. Ian said at the beginning, it's practitioner led. So you're going to have a lot of people in there that are experts on this that are helping to support you and give you accountability. And I think Melora you had your hand up.
Yeah, hi. Oh, hi. Yeah, I just wondered, I'm going away for 10 days and it's like on the airplane, so you can't bring liquid, all that stuff, more than I do probably. So the cherry juice, I'm like, oh, how am I going to get that over I think everything else will be okay.
Yeah, good question. When are you leaving?
The 20th?
Okay. Have you already ordered your package?
Yes.
Okay. So what you can do, there's a couple things you could do. You could bring everything but the cherry. And if you have the Aqua Vibrance, I don't know if you got this or not, but this actually is the right number of ounces. It can actually go through TSA. The blender you want to pack in your luggage. Don't bring it through TSA. They'll take it. And you could order, I don't know how long you're going to be gone, but you could order a package of the Bio Relax. And that is a capsule and that has organic tart cherry in it along with passion flower. And that is great for sleep. So that's an alternative. A lot of people get that for travel, strictly for travel purposes.
Okay.
You could bring this in your checked luggage, but it's risky, because if this leaks or breaks, you'll have cherry juice all over
Oh,
everything.
okay.
And it does need to be refrigerated once you open it. So,
Okay. Is that the only thing that needs to be refrigerated or?
yes.
Okay. And
Yeah.
everything you said this morning is probably in that book.
Yeah, everything is in here on the tracker, the schedule, everything in the book
Okay.
with these two things. Yes.
Great.
And then you can also, if you're not already in our Facebook group, hopefully you are, we do have a digital schedule in there. There's a post that has the digital schedule as well as a post that says what to do to prepare, when you're starting this. It's called 2026 Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation.
Okay.
So,
I'm not on Facebook. I'm on WhatsApp and Instagram, but I've sort of turned off Facebook, but maybe that's okay too.
okay. Yeah. I mean, it's up to you if you want to just do a Facebook account just for the purposes of being in that group. We're going to have some really cool, fun things in there. Like Melissa, our herbalist, will be speaking about some of the herbs in the products. She's going to be sharing in there. We have Foodie Friday. We have a gut health specialist and plant-based specialist who's going to be speaking on Friday. And we're going to have some prizes for people that comment on these presentations. So you may want to go in there just
Okay.
for that reason.
All right. Thanks,
Yeah. Who did you get your ULT from?
Melissa.
Melissa
Oh,
Hennig? Okay. All right. Perfect. She can help you with that. She's
okay.
awesome. You're in great hands. Okay. Let's see. What else? Any other questions in the chat or spoken? Dr. Sarah, would you mind chiming in about why you're so passionate about this and the whole food part of it, or all of it's whole food?
My practice is based on whole food medicine because whole food resonates as part of self, and synthetics or lab made nutrients, which often are slightly different because they have to be slightly different to be synthesized. They can't make the same thing and patent what is made in nature. And so when they are slightly different, the body recognizes the difference in the molecules and doesn't use it exactly the same. So the whole food molecules, your body embraces them and it gets the information from that, and then it knows how to use it instantaneously when we take it in, because we also are part of nature.
I love that. Such a simple explanation, and it makes so much sense. Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome.
Okay, question in the chat. I usually take supplements, wondering if it's okay to keep taking or maybe put aside for a while. For instance, I take magnesium for digestion and sleep. So that's up to you, Melora. You can talk to Melissa about that. If that's something you feel like you need to continue taking, you can. I think you're probably not going to need it once you start doing this and taking the apothecary. You're probably not going to need it, but it's totally up to you. And Sean and Myrna.
My question is there, this is very, very new to me. Is there anything we don't want to have? Obviously, alcohol, I'm guessing is, things like that. What if you have something planned, a celebration or something, and you're right in the middle and you want to, should I just stay away? Is completely, or any other foods that are just no-nos?
So again, we want to eliminate as much as possible ultra processed foods, packaged foods, processed foods, anything like that. If you're at a celebration, that's pretty easy. What you can do, depending on what type of event it is, you could bring a healthy dish. You could bring something that's healthy, like a nice big crunchy salad, if it's a situation where they're saying to bring something. So you bring something healthy that you can eat. Alcohol, I would avoid. Your liver is going to love you for that. So you're right. You're on track with that. If at some point during this journey you have a glass of wine or you have something, it's not the end of the world. Don't worry. This is progress, not perfection. That's what we're looking for, is progress, not perfection. But keep in mind, you want to really dial into why you're doing this. What is your why for doing this? Mindset is super important. So visualize what that why is and tap into the emotional feeling of it. If your why is, I want to sleep, I haven't slept in so long, visualize what it's going to feel like to sleep through the night, to dream, to wake up and actually feel really good and feel refreshed. Because when you don't have a good night's sleep, when you wake up in the morning, you feel like you were hit by a ton of bricks. I've been there. So visualize that. If it's releasing excess weight, visualize what it's going to feel like to put on that pair of jeans and easily zip them up, and you feel good. You feel good in your clothes. You feel good shopping in your closet with clothes that haven't fit you in a while, and now it's like you have this whole new wardrobe open up to you. So whatever that is, mindset is so important. So when you really stick with that, it's going to make anything that's kind of tempting not be as important. As you continue to stick with this and you start to feel a difference and you start to feel results and your clothes start feeling looser, or you're just having that sustained energy every day, that's so motivating. That's what's going to keep you going. Like, this is worth so much more than that. And the other thing that's great about this is it will get rid of sugar cravings. If anybody here has sugar cravings, it will squash those. And it's something very specific how this is synergistically put together, gives you that result of getting rid of sugar cravings. So that was a great question. Thank you
I
for
have
that.
one more question. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
No problem.
If I have IBD, so, and sometimes right now I'm okay, but sometimes I get flare-ups. During a flare-up, is it okay to continue because it's natural?
It's all whole food.
Okay.
Everything is food. So that's all I can tell you. I mean, we can't give medical advice here,
Mhm.
but you'll listen to your body and you'll see how your body reacts. And maybe Nicole, if you could ask your question again, Myrna, and Nicole can chime in as well.
Nicole, for an IBD flare-up or have to eat bland foods, is this okay? So I just wouldn't maybe put a banana or other fruit in my shake, but can I continue this? Nothing would really trigger.
This should help. I can't legally say it's a solution, but I've had a lot of people with IBD no longer have symptoms. And it's really
Okay.
just, I kind of look at it as you're climbing the mountain, you got to get to the top, right? One thing that really helps is the Aloe Digest. And I would absolutely order that for anybody with gut issues, celiac, IBD, IBS, because the Aloe Digest is a powder. It kind of has to me, it tastes like a sweet pineapple. And you can put that in your shake, but it really helps calm the intestinal lining. So that can offset, when you release parasites, it might create a little bit of a slight inflammation, but you're also on all the antioxidants and all of the fiber, so it's keeping things moving out. So it should be fine. I've had a couple cases where people went a little bit slower, but for the vast majority, because it's food, and that's mindset is important. When you're putting food in your body should know how to react. But Aloe Digest for anybody with gut issues, please add that in. It is delicious and it really, really helps. It's powder. You can throw it in your power shake or even just drink it with water just to calm your gut.
Okay, thank you.
My pleasure.
Any other questions? Okay, so first I want to thank Nicole for spearheading this call and then opening it up to all of us. So thank you so much, Nicole. If you ordered your ULT through Nicole or her husband, we're going to end this now, but if you ordered through them, stick
Let me know
around.
if you're here. Yeah, I'm curious. If you ordered through me or my husband, I'm curious if anybody's here because I'm looking through the names and I think a lot of them are actually at work right now.
Okay.
So we could maybe end the call and I can do a video. I wanted to send them something. But for everybody else here, thank you for coming. And I really want to just emphasize when I started this program 2 years ago almost, thank God I found this program. I was working 60 hours a week. I had my special needs child with me at all times. I was dealing with a lot, and it took me 4 minutes in the entirety of the day to add these superfoods to my regimen, and it completely transformed my health. And that's why I've been paying it forward and telling everybody about it. So please, please, please do not give up on yourself. It is an amazing program. If you see it to the end, you will have amazing results, and you have us to support you. But you are so worth it. You are so worth it. Imagine where you want to be in 12 weeks, in 90 days. We're going to be doing cartwheels together, okay?
Oh, one other thing I wanted to say too is make sure go shopping if you haven't already. Load up on organic fruits and veggies. And if you can't do all organic, follow the Clean 15 Dirty Dozen list. You can use that as a guide. You can, if you don't know what that is, you can Google it, Clean 15 Dirty Dozen, it'll come up. So be prepared. Like Doug, he went to the store yesterday and he goes, I got you some organic gala apples for your snacks. So, that was so nice of him. Have stuff on hand. So if you want to have a snack, you eat that apple, or you slice that apple and you sprinkle some cinnamon on it, or you can stew whatever it is, like have healthy snacks like that. But you want to have them on hand so that you're hopefully, you don't have the other stuff, the packaged foods, the chips, the things like that, so you don't grab those. So just being prepared is really, really helpful. So, Nicole, again, thank you so much. You do have several people on here. They commented in the chat. So if you did not order, anyone who did not order through Nicole, we're all going to leave. She's going to have a little private chat with her people since this was her Zoom that she planned to begin with. But we appreciate you including us all. Thank you,
Thank you.
Nicole.
Thank you for
And
your time,
oh,
Sonia.
and this tonight, one more thing, I'm sorry. Tonight at 8:30 Eastern time, there's going to be a ULT Zoom. This is every Monday night at that time. If you have friends and family that are kind of curious and maybe they want to do this with you, invite them to that Zoom. The information's going to be in our private ULT Facebook group, our 2026 transformation group. So it'll be in there with the Zoom information. But it's a quick overview, much quicker than what I did today. But I wanted to really drill down and get into the details today. But quick overview followed by some really inspiring testimonials. And then this Friday at noon, we are going to have Foodie Friday, like I said before, with my friend Janet, who's going to talk about gut health and some other things. She's an amazing health coach. So thanks, everyone. We will leave. We will leave you, Nicole, to stay with your
Thank you.
people here.
Have a beautiful day, everybody.
Bye, guys. Bye, love.
Love you.
Love you too, babe.